Hey, you there? Yes, you. I know you wanna learn about Figma, and you've been searching through YouTube for a good video. I know my video is not the greatest of all, but I tried really hard to make it good. Figma is a vector graphics editor for macOS, Windows, and Linux. Okay, now so hear me out. Figma is a cloud-based design and prototyping tool. It allows users to create and collaborate on designs for websites, apps, and other projects in real time. It is used by designers, developers, and teams to create user interfaces, user flows, and other visuals. It has a variety of features such as vector editing, prototyping, version control, and collaboration. Figma on the web browser. Here you go. You can find the website of Figma or the download page. First I will tell you about the download page. From here you can download it for macOS, Windows, and Linux. Then there is the website itself. First you will need to open the website, of course. As you can see, a page has been opened now. You will see I have done a lot of practice projects, but for you it will be blank. Only you have to click on new design. That's the most important thing right now. But first I will show you how to log in or how the login page looks like. You can also log in if you already have an account, but for me I will continue with Google. There's also an email and password. That's the most lazy part for me. I don't really do it. Anyways, let's continue. I will continue with Google because I am a very lazy guy that I said before. So we're back at this page. Now, as I said before, we don't need to touch anything else than new design file. I know there's Figma, but no need for that now. You can import file, but that's a different thing. Really, new file design is the way you go. Now I'm gonna give you an overview of the tools that are offered by Figma. The first tool is the selection tool. The selection tool contains move and scale tool. The move tool allows you to move the objects through the canvas, and the scale tool allows you to scale the objects. Then there's the frame tool. The frame tool has many presets that are offered by Figma. For example, iPad mini, iPhone, and the Apple Watch, and many other things. Then there is also a vector tool. Vector tool contains a variety of tools inside it. The first one is the shape tool. The shape tool contains rectangle, line, arrow, ellipse, polygon, star, and then there is the pen and pencil tool. The pen and pencil tool allows you to create custom shapes, while the normal shape tool, will allow you to make shapes perfectly. Who wouldn't like perfect shapes? I don't know. Then there is the text tool. The text tools, by the name you can know what it does. It of course adds text to the canvas or the design you're making. Of course, that's it for the text tool. Then there's the resources tool. I'm not gonna tell you about this for now. I'm gonna tell you about this in another video because this is quite complicated. Then there is the hand tool. Hand tool allows you to move around the canvas. For example, if I know you can't see anything in this canvas right now, so I'm gonna add this. Now you know, if you're on the other side of the canvas and you wanna get to your project, just drag it. Drag it. Then there's the comment tool. If you're on a team, you can create comments to tell the other members what you are working on, what they have to do now, and if you forget something, you just need to add a comment and come back later to check what you were doing. That's a simple part of this. Okay, that's it for the tools. Now let's move on the property panel. The property panel is also very important. For example, let me show you how it works. First, let's destroy this out of existence. Okay, now let's add a frame. I'm gonna make a custom frame to show you all how this works. So here's a custom frame. I know this is too big. Let's make a smaller one. Here's a smaller one. So here, once you select this frame, you can see all the properties of this frame: the y-axis, the x-axis, and the width and the height. If you don't understand what all four of these were, the x-axis lets you move around left or right, and the y-axis allows you to move up or down. If you don't wanna move in axes, you can use the selection tool. There's also width tool. With this tool, or I mean property, you can change the width of the object or the frame. The same goes for the height property. You can change the height of this property. So now let's continue. The auto layout and layout grid, I will leave it for another video, not now. The layer property, this is not that useful. I don't use it, but you can use it if you have something important. I don't know, your choice, whatever. With this, you can control the opacity of the object you're designing. For example, I want this to be very transparent type-ish, so I'm gonna set this setting to 20, and you see that it's now transparent. If I add another frame, for example, let's add another frame. Now another frame has been added. I know you can't see this frame 2 because the frame 1 has stored the frame 2. To get it out of the frame 1, all you gotta do is drag this on top of this. Simple as that. I know you can't still see it because this is okay, now so you can see. You see that it's transparent now. I know you can't see much of a difference because this does not have a color. So let's add a color now. Now we have a fill tool. Fill tool can be used to add color to the object. For example, I'm gonna make it red. So you see that the white frame has a tint of red frame because this does not have the highest of opacity. That's why this is happening. So all you gotta do to change your color, just move this around this circle. If you want a different color, move this bar. Simple as that, simple as that. For now, I'm gonna teach you just this. There are many other settings in this. I'm not gonna teach you right now. There's also a hex code. If you know about the hex code, you can use that to make a custom color. For example, I just move this and there's a different hex color. If I move this again, there's a different hex color. That's a hex color codes. Then there's a stroke. You can add strokes. For example, let me add another frame. I'm gonna add the frame of iPhone 14 Plus of Pro. So this is too big for the frame. Let's make it smaller using the scale tool. You see, now this is smaller, but you can see it because The color of the frame is still white, so let's make it a different color. I'm gonna make it a green color. I don't know why green. Just let's make it. Why not? And you can zoom in using the plus button on your keyboard or zoom out using the minus button on your keyboard. Pretty simple. Yeah. So now if you wanna add stroke, just click the plus button. Also on the fill tool you can see the minus. If you do this, there will be no color in the object. If you remove the color of the object, then there will be no color. It will be fully transparent. I'm gonna add yellowish green this time. You see there is a stroke. You can change the width of the stroke by moving this. The more you increase the stroke, the more thick the stroke will get. You can make this change. There are three modes of strokes. The first one is the outside. If you choose this, then the stroke will increase towards the outside of the box. Then there's the inside. If you choose it, then the stroke will move or increase towards the inside of the box, or to be said, towards the center of the box. And if you choose the center mode, then it will do both outside and in. Now the effects part. There's a drop shadow effect which will add a shadow to the object. For example, if you place a box in front of the sun, then there will be shadow casted, which will be called the drop shadow. The drop shadow is very important when you have to implement depth to the object. Then there is the inner shadow. Inner shadow will add more depth on the top part of the box. For example, if you place a box again in front of a sun, then the upper part will not be affected by the light, but the lower part will shine. That's how this works. Then there is the background blur and the layer blur. The layer blur will blur the whole layer and the background blur will only blur. Then there is the export. By the name you can see, export the design you made into your PC storage or the gallery that your phone has. And here's the assignment to you guys. If you can make this till the next Sunday, I will personally check this. You can send me the link of the project, and if there's any mistakes, I will tell you. See ya.